This video will cover numbers 1 through 4 on page 2-14. So we are going to look at story problems and writing them in slope-intercept form. So y equals mx plus b. So these first ones, you will be able to pick out a slope and a y-intercept from the story problem. What I always say is that you're going to look for a starting amount and then something that changes. A lot of times you look for the word per. If that's not in there, then it's something similar to that. So if we look at number 1, Evan is going to the county fair this weekend. The admission to the fair is $5 and the cost per ride is 50 cents. If his parents gave him $20, write and solve in a linear equation to find out how many rides he can go on. So we actually don't use the 20 yet. So that's going to be the hard part, is you're going to get numbers you don't need right away. We'll go back to that in just a minute. Right now, what's important is that you have to pay $5 to get in and then 50 cents per ride. So no matter what, you have to pay $5. So that one is going to be your y-intercept. And the 50 cents, and we need to write that as 0.50x plus your $5. Okay, so your 50 cents is what changes. If you ride one ride, you're going to spend 50 cents. If you ride 3 rides, you're going to spend $1.50. Whatever changes, that one is your slope. So this is what your first part of the problem should look like, is an actual equation that describes the number of rides and the cost. If you don't want to use y and x, you could use something like cost is equal to 50 cents per ride plus the $5. So it's up to you what variables you want to use. So now we can go back and answer the question, if we get $20 from our parents, how many rides? So you would have 20 is equal to 0.50x plus 5. Now you can probably answer this without even setting up the equation, and that is fine. I do not need you to actually do all of this, but you absolutely do have to have the general equation without the $20 in. All right, so most of you just realize, oh, well, he has $15 left to spend on rides because he had to pay the $5. So $15 divided by 50 cents per ride would give us 30 rides. So I absolutely need to see 30 rides. Okay, and then I need to see this equation. If you don't want to show this work and just get your 30 rides, that's fine. Okay, so same thing here. You're going to look for a set amount and then a per amount, or something that changes. So I'm not going to read it through there for you. You can go ahead and read that on your own. But what you'll see is it's $8.50 per hour. That tells you that one's your slope. And you have to pay $25 no matter how long you use it. So that one's going to be your y-intercept. So y equals 850x plus 25. $25 no matter what, plus $8.50 per hour. So now it says if she rented the kayak from 11:30 until 2:30, how much did she have to pay? Well, 11:30 to 2:30 would be 3 hours. And that is your x. Okay, so the bad part about using y and x is you need to know what they represent. Y is how much your total is, and x is how many hours. So instead of having to solve like we did up above, you're actually just going to plug this in. 850 times 3 hours plus your $25. So it's going to cost her $25.50 plus 25. So the total is $50.50. So again, I need to see that answer, and I need to see the plain equation. If you want to use different letters, you can do that. Okay, here's our next one. He bought a new truck for that amount, and it's going to depreciate. That means go down $4,200 per year. So this one is your slope, and this one would be your starting point, your y-intercept. So you have to be careful here. You need to do negative 4,200x plus 42,935. Okay, it starts at 42,935, and you're losing 4,200 per year. how many years until the truck is worth $5,135? So X is your number of years and Y is your total amount. So we would do 5135 equals negative 4,200 X plus 42,935. So knowing that we're not plugging a number in, we're setting it equal to a certain number and solving. So I would subtract. So that's going to give us a negative number, but that's okay. Gives us negative 37,800 equals negative 4,200x. So then I need to divide by negative 4,200, and I end up with 9. So my final answer is 9 years. Make sure you have a label to answer the question. So in 9 years, the truck will be worth $5,135. All right. Number 4, you're going to buy a car wash for $6, and then gas is $2.35 per gallon. So $6 no matter what, $2.35 is what changes the per. So your equation would be y equals 235x plus 6. Again, you need to realize your x is representing how many gallons and your y is representing your total cost. So we have $40, so 40 equals 235x plus 6. Again, some of you do not need to write that out. You know just, oh, I need to subtract 6 to figure out I have $34 left, and then divide to figure out my total. You are more than welcome to do that without writing all of the steps out. Divide by 235. And we end up with about 14.5. So we're going to just round and say 14 gallons. So those are the two things I absolutely have to have for a correct answer. If you want to show your work of how you got to your 14 gallons, you can do that off to the side.